On this episode of 427 Motorsports, we're going to take a look around at two of the projects I've been working on and some of the other stuff sitting around. I want to talk about some stuff as well, but to start off, let's take a look at this, the T25, which has had a massive amount of work done since you last seen it. I got a new microphone for the phone now, so you're going to have to listen to my ass in better quality. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we'll start with the T25. Now it is a scorchio day right now, so I am sweating, as you could probably tell. But this has had a massive amount of work done, so this is quite an update. Now, this was picked to be in a film, so there was a whole big panic. I had to get that done very quickly, and I'm only realizing now just how much I haven't shown you on it, so let's have a full look around. It's going to be in a film about the Isle of Man TT, and Channing Tatum is starring in it and Brad Pitt is producing it, so that's pretty damn cool. It's also the only van that's going to be there that's going to have its own sign writing on. They didn't put any extras on. It's going to be in like a pit lane sort of scene, and as well as that, it's the only orange thing there, so hopefully it should stand out. So let's have a look around. Okay, we'll work from the front and go to the back. And by front I actually mean inside, because the big thing here that you're going to see is the gear selector. So you'll remember I was having problems with finding gears and getting the linkage finished because the previous owner had started it and didn't finish it. Well, because it was picked to be in the film, well, it didn't drive. So as part of the payment for it being in the film, my brother, who does the action films and stuff like that, he said, look, I'll buy that kit that Ultimate Engineering does for it if you fit it and get the van going on time. Which, as you can imagine, is best case Ontario, so I jumped on that. So yeah, I have to say, it is one of the best things I have ever fitted. It's not cheap. This is the guts of £1,000, but I mean, I've got a van that works now, which I didn't have last time you were here. It's annoying because we spent so much time at it, but we did try, you know. Doesn't feel like a total cop-out. We did try, we couldn't get it to work. So at least having this setup guarantees a van that works. And I have to say, it is brilliant. 10 minutes fits it, really. It actually is that quick if you have two people doing it and helping you feed the cables up. And the difference it has made, every gear is silky smooth. It feels like driving a real car. And that's probably another big point I should mention. I've driven it, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, it comes with that big shifter bow. It looks like a Transformers genitalia, but it's cool. Don't know what I'll do with it yet, whether I'll put a gator on it or not. And as you can see, the cables run underneath. I need to tuck them away a bit better than that. And it comes to this like linkage thing. He's made his own linkage, which is pretty cool. It's like inspired by the Porsche Boxster, because the Porsche Boxster would have had some dickhead going down the road in a Lexus. Why do people think Lexuses are cool? I don't understand. It makes no sense. Anyway, sorry, rant. So the Porsche Boxster has basically the same sort of gearbox, same sort of idea. So the linkages from it work, but the Porsche stuff's really hard to find these days, blah, 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 blah. Go check out Ultimate Engineering if you have a T25 and you want to put a flipped Passat gearbox in. So the clocks are looking a little bit worse for wear right now, because the cover and all is off them, as you can see there, because we're going to be doing brakes. I'll get to that in a second. Got one of those Temu CarPlay screens. I've had one in the 211 for a while and they are fantastic. Got a Sony radio for it. Got door cards from Heritage. The two middle ones don't really fit properly, which kind of sucks, so I need to make them fit, but I kind of knew that. When I ordered them, there was the option for right-hand drive, left-hand drive, and early and late. I had to go for late right-hand drive because otherwise I was going to be waiting like 8 weeks to get them, and I'm not waiting that long, quite frankly, so I'll make them fit, it'll be fine. Next up, we got seats. Oh, you can actually see up there, that's where I'm going to put some speakers. I've got a fella coming, Donkey Work Design, shout out to Elliot. He's going to help me design a holder for them up there, so that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, back on topic. Land Rover seats. These are out of a Defender. They have bolted basically straight on. They look the bee's knees. They have their own sliders. I've carpeted. I'm quite happy with the carpeting, whatever. Painted this little bit to take the bad look off. Got the rubber bits from Heritage. And I did my own carpeting here too. Not perfect, but I mean, it's covered by a mat. I need to get a better mat than that. It doesn't fit. It's so cool, but it just doesn't fit. Over there we have loads of the goodies that I bought for this thing and haven't done anything with yet, but it'll happen. So as I said, I drove this thing home from my brother's. Probably shouldn't have, it hasn't been on the road in 20 years, but we chanced it anyway for a laugh. And it was actually great. Didn't overheat. There was a bad wheel bearing noise, but we're replacing that. Brakes stuck on near the end, but you know, it was a baptism by fire. It was 5 miles on small back roads, so it's fine. It's legal, it's okay. Anyway, Near the end of the trip, I got a puff of smoke from the front. God, it actually looks really good in this light outside. I don't think I videoed it outside. Anyway, near the end of the trip, I got a puff of steam up over the windscreen, and I thought, ah, crap, a hose or something must have come off the radiator. Checked the hoses, everything was fine. But it turns out there's a bleed screw goes right here. You can see I put a bolt in it. And that's for bleeding the system, which is a pain in the ass in these because, you know, engine at the back, radiator at the front. But it was just completely missing, so it just popped off or whatever on the way down the road, not sure. Pros, I don't need to buy a new radiator. I don't need to buy any new hoses or anything like that. Cons, well, I have to bleed the whole bloody system again. But that's minor, we'll get to that. Next up, we're at this area now. This is actually the reason I didn't take it to work today, because I was nearly ready to. The front wheel bearings are shot, and the wheel bearings I got don't fit. They were listed as for T25 on the chassis check, and then when I googled it, it came up as an LT35. Maybe I'm dyslexic, who knows. Anyway, the right one is coming tomorrow. We'll get it fitted, and hopefully I'll be able to drive this to work. Now I know it's all a little bit scabby in here, but actually the bushes are all good. We put nice new brakes in, new lines, calipers are being rebuilt, there's new shoes and wheel bearings all on the back. It's one of those things where when a vehicle is exempt, you feel the need to almost overcompensate. Exempt from MOT, I should clarify. You feel like you need to over-clarify, so you just kind of buy everything new. All the suspension stuff seems to be fine. We've checked it and there's not a single bad noise when I drove it here, so I'm happy enough. I'll replace it all over time, but as long as the brakes are all brand new and it'll stop, the wheels aren't going to fall off, and the engine's okay, okay. So now we're at the middle, and again, I can't remember how much I've shown you guys with this thing, but I don't know whether you should have to pull it out or not, but who cares, because it doesn't fall off anymore. I've got a door, isn't that great? So in the interest of making it a little bit tidier for the film, I sorted the flooring, sorted some of the carpeting. We're not done yet. There's no headcloth either, but you know, we're getting there. We've got the Caravelle seats in. They're not bolted down right now, so I can actually slide them along if I want to, which is kind of cool. It means you can bolt them in on this side if you want, rather than having them over to the other side if your door is on that side, for example. Anyway, so we've got lino, that's leftover lino from the floor in the house, but I want this to be a work van, so this is perfect because I can just brush the floor and any spillages or anything like that. It doesn't matter, a massive pile. Done some of the carpeting around here, which I'm quite happy with. This was my first attempt. I'm not finished, obviously, but you know, it came out okay. It's quite nice being able to come in here and get a good look at the front. So I'm quite happy with how that's coming on. There's more carpeting to go in there. I haven't done it yet. Really want to get the thing on the road properly before I start worrying too much about it, if that makes sense. But door cards here, door cards in the back are all perfect, which is awesome. They're going to get some tartan. It's going to be great. Garfield is there. Garfield is asleep. Let's wake him up. There he is. Hello. Not a happy camper. Is there anything else in here? Oh yeah, I got speakers. Alpines never bloody come with grills, so I had to order grills. These are the ones that are in the Maroon Golf and the Impreza. I love these speakers so much. Come with the tweeters. They are fantastic. Quality is brilliant. So back here, those are the wee floor mats that I did have in there. Back here we've got some leftover stretch carpet and the thing I was painting the drums on, and we have an absolute mess of wiring, which I haven't really got to sort yet, but I'll get there eventually. I am having one problem with it, which I'll talk you through when we get to the engine bay part, but this is as it was. There's some bits of tidying up, there's some bits I need to fix. There's a massive temptation to strip this wiring all out and put in the earlier ECU, which I'm more used to, but the van starts and runs really well now. It's just such a mess. There's so much here. I know so much of it isn't necessary and so much of it probably isn't even doing anything, but I mean, it starts and runs, so I don't know. Oh yeah, I did this too. Sorry, it's hard to remember. This is more of a general overview of the van at this point. This is carpeting, again from our house. I'm gonna take all this crap off. The plan is to be able to just flip it over like that, flop it on, and that'll cover the back. I cut out for that because I'm going to put a box over all that wiring when I tidy it up. Literally leftovers from the landing in the house, and I'm quite happy with it actually. It came out pretty well. So let's open the tailgate and have a look in here. Let's just flex that I can close the door now. I didn't close it very well, but it closes. Now this is one of my favourite parts of the whole van. The thing with the T25 is, and I did this in previous video about how some people call it the T25, some say T3, some say bus, some say caravel, whatever. I didn't really know what to badge it. And then a mate of mine who is from Derry, where this bus is originally from, he was like, oh, that's some bus. And I was like, yes. So I 3D printed a badge in the correct font. My OCD kicked in there. But how cracker does that look? And it's got the chrome bumpers on now too. My dad did those while I was in work, so they were on it for the filming. It's really, really cool. Okay, we're in here now. Now let's just get this hatch off. Very handy, this just flip, and then you can lift. Look at that. I'm going to take it off now because doing this one-handed is sore. And there we are. Ain't she a beaut? Now I serviced this the other day. Oh, that reminds me, I meant to get the socket to do the bloody gearbox filler down in there. Must remember to do that. Now, the expansion bottle lid is off. It's in there somewhere because, again, it pissed out all of its coolant, so I need to sort that out. But I'm happy. I had to sort intercooler wiring, had to tidy up some of the wiring. There's still some sensors and things not quite right, which kind of sucks, but I'll give it some time when other projects are done. One thing I need to talk about, and I'm actually going to be asking advice for this now because I don't really know what to do. So, bear with me here, and I'm sorry if you're not into these and you'll have no idea, but there might be somebody watching this who will know what it is. So, if you don't care about this part, feel free to just skip it, but I'll be quick, I promise. Okay, so you might notice the battery is disconnected. The alternator has no wiring going to it except for this one, which I believe to be the battery light on the dash. Now, the problem is when I connect this alternator to the battery, yes, the battery light goes off, but also the battery light never comes on, even at ignition. So I don't know what the deal is with the alternator wiring in this, because see, when I do connect it to the battery, as it should be, it won't turn off. Like if the thing is running and I turn the key off and pull the key out, it just keeps running. Not diesel runaway or nothing scary like that, it's just as if you didn't turn the thing off at all. And you have to lift the battery terminal off. Now, it's entirely possible this is a me thing because I noticed under the back seat there is, now I've taped it up so it doesn't short off anything, but there's another battery terminal in here. There's no earth, but there's another battery terminal. Now I do know, I'm going to take a seat, I do know that the reason for that is that this was originally a petrol water-cooled boxer engine bus where the battery would be under the seat. But this is obviously being converted to take a battery in the rear. And I thought to myself, that's awesome because that means I can run two batteries. I can have a leisure battery without having to put any effort in. But that terminal isn't used right now and is still alive. So I don't really know what the story is there. I need to look into it more, but if anybody else knows what to do or are my alternators being funny, that would be great. Please let me know. There's also like a burning smell when I connect the alternator, so I don't know what's happening there. Help. But yes, that's the T25. Now, I'm very chuffed with where it is so far. We will hopefully get it mobile again tomorrow and I'll drive it to work. It's fine because the battery fully charged will last the drive to work and back. It'll be fine, but I'd like to get that sorted because it would be so much fun to get to use this thing over summer, and summer could be rapidly running out for all I know. But anyway, let's sit down and talk about something and then we'll look at another project. Okay, so that was the T25. Now I want to talk a little bit because it's been a while since I've done a video and people have been wondering why or there hasn't been much stuff done. There's been a lot going on, but to be honest with you, YouTube has been a bit shit. Now I don't want to sound like I'm whining or moping or anything like that, but I just thought I'd throw some facts out there. Now this is a channel with 18,000 subscribers, which is quite a lot, and a lot of people would say that YouTube is quite hard to build a following on and so on and so forth, and usually videos on this channel would see tens of thousands of views each. But nowadays we're struggling to break 1,000 and videos take an awful lot of time to do, especially compared to short form content like Reels or TikToks or whatever. I prefer doing these long types of videos because they're more fun and it feels like I'm doing mini TV shows, but to be honest with you, if nobody's watching them, they're not worth the time. That's really sad. It sounds like I'm just making up excuses for not doing videos, but honestly, I could get so much more stuff done if I just do the stuff without having to film it the whole time. So I've started doing shorts and things like that, which you've seen a lot of, but it's not really the same. But it does reach a much bigger audience, so it's kind of worth more time being sunk into. 15-20 minute video could be 4 or 5 hours of editing. 10-minute video could be 2 or 3 hours of editing, and that's hard to find the time to do when you don't do it full time. Now, I will say some very exciting news, and is the reason that we've been pushing to get all of the cars sort of going, which you may have seen in the shorts and things like that, is we've just bought a house. Now, I haven't announced that properly yet, and I'm not giving any details on it, but I will be building my own shed, and we'll be putting a lot of time into doing videos and stuff. But people aren't watching them. So that's why there's been a little bit of a lull in videos on the channel, and I'm sorry, but it's just kind of how it's been. And the thing is, I've tried to pander to the different things that are getting views. The Subaru series got a lot of views to start off with, so then I made some Subaru videos. Then nobody watched them. Mercedes videos did really well, and then nobody watched them. It seems to be a case of every now and again there's just a flurry of views and then nothing, and I can't count on nothing. And another thing is as well, when it comes to project cars and things like that, it's so easy to get totally in over your head. Like, I mean, it might be a me problem, but look at the amount of projects going on here. There's 3 Mark II Golfs, there's a bay window that hasn't been touched, there's a Mercedes estate that's way behind on schedule, this T25 has barely been touched, although I suppose this video shows quite a bit of work was done to it, but really hard to try and get all these things going, and the Subaru as well, actually, although that's not finished. I didn't get time to do a finished video on that because there's just too much to do. So there's so much content left to make and so much to do, but if nobody's watching, then why bother? But anyway, look, I do love doing these videos. I've dedicated a lot of my life to it. I'm still going to keep doing it. It's just the frequency at which you do them dramatically drops. I have so many scripts written for videos that I've just not bothered to go and film because it's like, well, what's the point? I could spend ages doing that. I even did an interview with the fella who designed the Impreza for a big Impreza finale video, and by the time the Impreza series was nearly finished, I just thought, well, what's the point? And it's a shame because I want to keep doing it, but hopefully whenever we get this house and my own garage, I'll spend a lot more time doing these things, but for now it's kind of like I have zero motivation, and it's really sad. I even bought new microphones and I'm like, I've barely used them since. So, I don't know. I'm venting away, there's a wasp in the fan. That's one of the downsides to having bright vehicles. Insects love them. Subaru and this just attract bumblebees and wasps. It's so annoying. Anyway, I'm rambling now. There's a finished maroon Mark II Golf over there I need to do a video on. There's a finished Subaru I need to do a video on. The white Mercedes that I had done a bit on, I was like, I'm going to do some work to that and sell it and try and make a profit and do a video on that. I didn't get the time. I've now just stuck it up as it is because I just thought, well, what do you do? It sucks. I'll put up things now and again, but I'm hoping that doing all the shorts and the stuff that more people like will bring more people to the channel, and hopefully that works. If it doesn't, I don't really know what to do because, yeah, don't really know what to do. I had made a separate gaming channel and then I just didn't bother with that because, again, why build up another channel for it to not do anything? Streaming, haven't really had time to do that because not enough people were watching it to warrant keeping doing it. And I know people are going to say, oh, that's just the nature of these things, you need to keep at it, you need to keep doing it, but like, I've been doing this for years now and I've got quite a following already. But YouTube, it's not necessarily that people are just not watching, it's the algorithm is choosing not to push them out. And you can tell this because it's telling you the amount of people that have seen something, the impressions and all that, and they've just plummeted, absolutely plummeted. I know nothing about that, you know, nothing's changed, I'm still doing the same old stuff. The stuff that built the channel to where it is now is what's still being done, and YouTube's like, nah, we're bored of you now, and it kind of sucks. It's funny because the TikToks and the Reels and all that have really built up. Like, they've got loads of views, like I mean hundreds of thousands of views, bordering on 1 million views probably, and it's getting way more attention than anything on this, and this stuff just takes so long to do. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to put in the comments that, no Tomo, you're just being a yap, you need to keep at it. Maybe some motivation will help, I don't know, but that's where I'm at when it comes to the channel. Maybe the amount of things I have parked outside needing to get done to get to a new house isn't helping either, but who knows. So let's go and talk a little bit more about the Mercedes in the shed that needs to be fixed too. Now onto this thing, which is kind of the bane of my existence at the minute, but I love it so much. So yes, this is Project Million Mile W124, well S124, because it's an estate, and there's one fella in the comments who feels the need to point out every imperfection in one of my videos. So that's just for you, buddy. Anyway, the big deal here is probably that it's on the ground, which it wasn't last time you've seen it. And not only is it on the ground, but on the ground in style, because we got monoblocks, baby. So as you can see, I've started to sand it back. Oh, I've just noticed the door handles. So the back two are off, the fronts aren't. You need the correct key to take this one out. I never had the correct key, I only had one that locks the driver door. And the driver door one has had a big massive bolt driven through it and has rung. So I'm just saying, screw that, I'll mask them, it's fine. Back windows were back in. People will say, how come you put the windows back in? It wasn't my choice, but it makes sense. This thing might have to go outside before it goes to paint. So we've painted the lips and all. So it just is what it is, unfortunately. But see how we go. The same as I did with this. This has been rattle can Dalmandine. Anyway, yes, she's back on the ground. She is now fully solid. I've started sanding back. I've never put this much effort into sanding and prepping a car before, but this wouldn't be a cheap car to paint, so I want to make sure it's done right first time. So tonight, after I finish recording this, I'm going to do more sanding and more filling and all the rest. But let's have a quick look underneath. One downside to it being on the ground is that it's harder to actually get underneath and show you guys, but let's have a look. So, oh, I'm getting too old for this. As you can see, she's fully raptored, all welded up, fully protected. Now the colour is a bit pink for my liking, but you know, it is what it is. We have finally got there. Look how good it looks. Back end all brand new, so much stuff. There was one last bit of rot that was found that was all welded up at the end. It's been welded, seam sealed and all the rest. I threw a load of stone chip on it because I don't want it to happen again. I'm not overly happy with the texture that's come out. And you're never going to see it because this arch liner actually covers the whole thing. And then the wing goes over the top, so you will never see it, but I'll know it's there. So I'll probably almandine red that again and lacquer it too and make it all nice and pretty. But we are finally nearly there. This back arch is all done too and looking fantastic. I mean, you would never know that's had an entire back arch put in. A bit more filler on it and a bit more sanding and it's going to look absolutely perfect. Now the roof is still being used as storage. That all needs to be sanded. The bonnet all needs to be sanded and stuff, but we are very close. It is currently the 13th of July. I'm supposed to be taking this to England in September the 14th, I think. So that's what, August. Got 2 months to get it done, painted and MOT'd. Mechanically, I know it's going to be okay. It's never had any bother and nothing really has been touched, but that's a lot of work. I maybe have to go and draft in some help. So tonight I'm going to start sanding some more stuff once I've got this video all wrapped up. But yeah, unfortunately the garage has just got away from us right now. We've been so busy trying to sort stuff and I've just lost a bit of heart in it, to be honest. So I'm playing catch up now. I went through another burst of motivation, but that dried up. So hopefully there's a burst of motivation again. See how we go, I guess. I do love the car, which helps. So just time to get it done, quite frankly. It's entirely on me. I just have been too busy. I've been doing other stuff as well, and just trying to live a life at the same time as doing project cars is not easy, but we'll get there. So yeah, there we are. That's the Mercedes and the T25. Now there's a strong chance I'd probably cut out a lot of the stuff I ranted about, but oh well. Hopefully the important stuff made the cut. But to everybody who has watched over the years and everybody who still watches over the years, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. The Discord is always active. I'll put the link to that. T-shirts, I haven't advertised them in so long. I even bought samples of the Subaru one and just never bothered taking photos because I thought, well, who's going to buy them? Maybe it's a me problem. Maybe I'm just in a bit of a slump. I don't know. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Tomo. This has been a 427 Motorsports update, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.